Hello, I'm back. It's me, Greg, here to talk about MyStatLab. So for one thing, you need to go to the syllabus and copy this course ID right here, Perkins. Okay, I need to get the whole thing, Perkins 46160. All right, then you can just Google up MyStatLab. The company is Pearson, so that comes up first. And if you've used it before, you can go ahead and sign in. Otherwise, go to Student Access and just scroll down to say, I'm ready to register. So then it's going to ask for that little ID that I copied, Perkins 46160. And then because I already have an account, it wants me to sign in. If you don't have an account, then create an account right here. And then you can sign in and then register for the class. So if you're going to be paying for it yourself, definitely choose the cheaper option of $105. If you have financial aid at Hartnell College, you can go to the bookstore and buy the access code using your financial aid, then come back here and input the access code. You can also use the program free for the first 2 weeks. You would click on temporary access. So you would just click on the $104.99. I'm not going to do it because it then says error because I'm the teacher and it's like, why is the teacher trying to pay for a class? So anyway, when you would click on the pay for it part, then there's going to be a button that says temporary access and it allows you to use it free for 2 weeks, for 14 days. At the end of 14 days, it's going to say, okay, you need to pay for it. If you don't pay for it, it's going to freeze your account until you pay for it. All of your information, all of your work will be saved, of course, but they will freeze your account until you pay for it. All right, so you would click on that and then go from there. All right, once you do, then it's going to look like this, statistics for the spring of 2026. And they have a lot of extra stuff, but I just go to assignments. So if you go to assignments, and let me just look at the syllabus real quick. So what's due on Monday, February 2nd is sections 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. So you would see that, and you would go to the Canvas homepage right here. Right now I've got the intro video, etc., but there would be this section 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3 video. You would then click on that to watch.
Hi, my name is Greg Perkin.
The lecture about the section 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. And then you would be ready to do the homework. So once you watch the video, take some notes, then go over here, and the homework for that week is 1.1, 1.2, and 1.3. Notice that a lot of them are just 2 sections. This first one was a little more basic, so it's got 3 sections. And then you click on this to do the homework. And yes, I know that looks like a lot of questions, but here at the beginning, many of them are basic questions. So when you click on a question, notice that it gives you this pop-up right here. So if your browser has pop-up blockers, so I'm using Chrome. So if it was blocking the pop-ups, not popping the block. Okay, if it was blocking the pop-ups, right up here, there'd be a little red something icon that says it's blocking the pop-ups, and then you just click, go ahead and accept the pop-ups or allow the pop-ups from Pearson, and then go from there. So if you click on a homework question and nothing happens, that's what's happening. It's blocking the pop-ups. So these little pop-up screens need to be allowed. Okay, so you can see here at the beginning, there's going to be a lot of words and reading. What's the difference between statistical significance and practical significance? So statistical significance means that it's significant if there's less than a 5% chance of it happening. So if it's pretty rare, then we say that that's significant. Statistically significant is then referring to there's less than a 5% chance that it could happen. Practical significance means that it's something that would actually make a difference in somebody's life. So for example, if I say won the lottery, well, the chances of that are less than 5%. So yes, that is statistically significant. But if I won the lottery and I won $1, that makes no practical significance in my life. It'd be nice to have an extra dollar. Now, if I won the lottery and I won $1 million, that would have a huge difference. That would be a practical significance. So then you just read through and say, I think that it's B, which of course I'm guessing because I didn't even read it. And oh, okay, I was trying to get it wrong. Let me go on to the next one and I'll just guess and I'll get it wrong. Okay, so I got it wrong, so I get to try again. So with the homework questions, you do get an unlimited number of attempts until you get it right. Also, if you go right here to get more help, you could, with this, there isn't much more help. You could ask the instructor. So if you want to ask me homework questions from the MyStatLab here, please use Ask My Instructor, because then it will send me a link with the question exactly what you were seeing. Because if you say, hey, on answer B, I don't know why it says this. Well, somebody right next to you might have the same question, but they're in different order, they're worded different. So please then put your question in here and send it to me. You can also go to the textbook to get help, and it usually takes you to that section, but not necessarily the exact page where you need to be. So you might need to look through. Also, there's videos in here. So they have created videos for the ideas of that section. So that can be helpful. And usually there's other little links in here. So video for objective number 1. So they have embedded videos as well. So that could be helpful as well. So like I said, you have an unlimited number of attempts. Now let me try, because when you say get more help, tech help just means like I'm clicking on C and it won't work. What's wrong with this technology? So you don't really need to use tech help. Let me try to find another question that might have more possibilities. So the green check mark means I got it right. The red X means I got it wrong, and I can still go into question number 3 and try it again. So I think because I'm the teacher, it told me the correct answer. So you have an unlimited number of attempts. Let me try another one. What I'm looking for is on get more help. Oh yeah, here we go. So then there's the going to the textbook. There's using StatCrunch, which for this one, so StatCrunch would be if you don't have a calculator, then it's an online calculator. This is easier to use than StatCrunch. So I definitely suggest that you get a TI-84. You can check one out from the library, like I said in the very first video. Oh, here, this is what I was looking for. So you can also view an example. And so basically it's going to just change the words. I mean, it's still asking you about these 4 definitions, but then it changes the word food classifications of fresh, day old, and rotten. And then they explain how to do that. And you could continue with the explanation and continue until we're done. And then once you've read that and you say, oh, I get it. Okay, now I get it. So the answer is probably B. Again, I'm just guessing, so I didn't read the whole thing. So then they not only say that's incorrect, but then they explain why it's incorrect and what you should be looking for. And then you could try again. Okay, so that's, you will receive, do you want to leave? Okay, just go ahead and I'm done with that. So something else that I wanted to show you with what you're getting with the MyLab or MyStatLab is if you go to the multimedia library on the left, and then you tell it, I'm working on chapter 3 on section 3.2 measures of variation. And if you select all, then it will show you all of the stuff that they have, including animations, the textbook, a 16-minute video, some smaller videos, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, other clips, a PowerPoint. So all the stuff that they have created will then be there for you to use. So you can also at any time go to the e-text and see with this, you're then going through the whole textbook. So you can do this if you know where you want to go to. You can also go to this little video icon. At first they're talking about study prep, basically just study skills and how to get started and stuff like that. And then later they'll have more like, is it a population or is it a sample? So this is the stuff from the very beginning, section 1.1 and 1.2. All right, so that's pretty much how the MyStatLab works. So the MyStatLab is due every Monday, and so it's due by midnight or the end of the day on Monday. So then every Tuesday I go in and I upload the grades from MyStatLab into Canvas, and then you'll be able to see your grades, including the MyStatLab.